fig, pear, milk, sandalwood, cinnamon, and white chocolate. Let me tell you something. Once people try this one and they actually get their nose on it, it has the potential of becoming the next big hype. This one is called You by House of Dastan. Pardon my intonation, there's a question mark at the end of the name, You. So this is a beautiful, creamy, velvety, silky, smooth, lactonic fig sandalwood combination with that delicious white chocolate that is present in the heart of the perfume. House of Dastan is available at Max Aroma, of course, and I'm going to drop all of the relevant links down below. But this is a beautiful fragrance for the spring and summer. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on it very soon, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on You by House of Dastan, I'm going to talk to you about the smell, the notes, performance, longevity, comparisons, all that good stuff. But before I dive into the video, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. And I definitely appreciate all of the viewership and the support. It means the whole world to me, honestly. So this is a fragrance that is available at Max Aroma. And the thing that I love about Max Aroma is that they give you the opportunity to get samples as well. So you don't have to blind buy. You don't have to commit to the purchase of a full-size bottle. And of course, with this fragrance, I think they also have a smaller presentation. Let me see if I can locate it, because I actually have, I think, all of their fragrances, maybe all but one. And this is such a beautiful travel atomizer that still captures the aesthetic of the brand. And what is the size on this? I'm not even sure. 10 mLs, right? 10 mLs, extrait de parfum. So these are very strongly concentrated fragrances. And of course, the perfumer behind this is Richard Herpon. He is a phenomenal perfumer and just one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. And he's so kind, so sweet, so down to earth. And please look him up. I know he's done fragrances for Tom Ford and so many other brands. So he has quite the extensive resume, and I'm a huge fan of his work. So here we have a perfume that is sweet with white chocolate and cinnamon and this milk note. And I know milk perfumes are becoming quite ubiquitous. There's Cream Velvet by Khadlaj. There is Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana. There's Blanche Bête by Liquide Imaginaire. There's That Girl Viral Vanilla by Okja. There's so many beautiful milky perfumes. And there's a hint of vanilla in here as well. I think it's more about that white chocolate though. And I think that's what makes this so unique. But that creamy lactonic sweetness of the the fig, and of course fig is a fantasy note, so it's a combination of different ingredients that come together to create an accord. And sometimes there's octalactone gamma, which smells a bit like coconut, and there can also be a little bit of galbanum, which gives it this green resinous earthy vibe. And it really is up to the discretion of the perfumer. But I love that despite the presence of the fig accord in here, they weren't going for a simplistic fig fruit. They said, no, we're going to add the cinnamon, we're going to add the pear, that tartness, that juiciness, a little bit of citrus, a hint of vanilla in the dried down, the white chocolate. This is gorgeous. I'm telling you, once people get their nose on this, it will become the next big hype. Nevertheless, I'm excited to share my thoughts with you as far as the evolution and progression of the smell is concerned. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. Now, as soon as this fragrance opens up, you will notice immediately that sweet fig vibe. Now, if I don't tell you there's pear in it, I think you have the potential to miss it, unless you have like a really refined nose, right? Which I do not at times. But I think in the opening, what you will get is that creamy lactonic fig paired with that delicious white chocolate. And what you're getting from it is, and I would say white chocolate because, well, there's milk, right? So it has that lactonic profile. And if you've ever smelled milky perfumes, whether it be Quilombo by Fueguilla or Blanche Bête by Liquide Imaginaire or any number of other, milk-based fragrances, you know what you're smelling. And so that combined with that chocolatey vibe, whether it's cocoa or cacao, it's a game of semantics. I think you're going to immediately fall in love with the sweetness, but it's so creamy and rich at the same time. So the sandalwood in here definitely makes its presence known, and it is the strongest wood that you're going to get in this DNA. And of course, sandalwood in and of itself, for me, conveys luxury and refinement, and it also comes across smelling very rich, which is something I really admire and appreciate about that ingredient specifically. Now, if you look at the note breakdown and you see the bergamot and the pear and whatever else is in here, you're going to say, that's where that sparkling quality is coming from. But I think what that ultimately does is it creates this welcoming attribute to the fragrance that I think is bound to make you fall in love with it. Perfectly unisex. I can see the ladies really falling in love with this one, but there's nothing explicitly or overtly masculine nor feminine about it. So I wouldn't say this one is catering 100% towards the women or the men. I just think it's a perfectly, unisex and androgynous fragrance. And I love that cinnamon that's in here too. It has such a unique personality about it. I think nowadays we're living in the world where everything is a twist or a dupe, and every perfume that you try immediately reminds you of something else. And I am just thanking God that this is not another twist. Nor would a perfumer Richard Herpon do anything like that. But I just love the fact that we are introduced to a novel olfactive experience. And of course, if you're a fan of pear and fig and milk and cinnamon and white chocolate, my goodness, you're going to fall in love with you. Well, you should fall in love with you, but you're going to fall in love with you is what I mean as well. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, as far as the uniqueness and the overall smell is concerned, this is a unique fragrance, right? I've smelled Purple Fig by Wilhelm. I've smelled Philosopos by Diptyque. I've smelled so many other fig-based perfumes, and I know Armani has one as well. This is one of the most unique fig-based perfumes I have ever tried. It's not a photorealistic fig because it's not alone, right? But it's such a unique combination of different ingredients, one that I totally can get behind. Longevity on this fragrance is about 7 hours on skin. Projection at an arm's length for the first hour of application. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 4.5 or 5. As far as the versatility is concerned, perfectly unisex. You can dress it up or dress it down. I think this one will cater to anybody of any age, and myself personally, I would wear this one in the spring and summer, not really in the fall and winter. And as far as the presentation is concerned, really one of the most beautiful bottles that I've encountered. So my final verdict on this fragrance is, if you like the note of fig, or the accord of fig, I should say, but you're looking for a sweeter olfactive expression, and to be quite frank, something that smells different from everything else on the market, You by Dastan is the way to go. I really, really can't get enough of this one. This one is amazing. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was my review of You by House of Dastan. If you own or have tried this fragrance, please let me know what you think. Drop your comment down below. And also, please don't forget to support the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. I really appreciate it. It's free and it goes such a long way for me. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.